This vehicle is carrying Russian soldiers when a Ukrainian drone drops a grenade on them from above, shattering the side windows. The vehicle screeches to a halt, and the soldiers quickly jump out, running for cover in a nearby trench. The drone hovers above, observing their every move. The next day, the same soldiers board the vehicle again. Once more, the drone strikes, dropping another grenade that explodes near the rear tire. The soldiers leap out of the vehicle, running for safety toward trenches and trees. The drone attempts a second grenade, but this time it misses its mark. In mobile footage from their perspective, a Russian soldier aiming his rifle at the drone, trying to shoot it down. After failing to hit it, he mutters under his breath, "That bastard ran away." Another soldier gestures, signaling which direction to move, and reassures his comrades, "The drone can't hurt us." When a fellow soldier asks if he's injured, he responds, "Just a small piece of shrapnel hit my foot." Sometime later, they return to the same vehicle. As they drive, the Ukrainian drone resumes its attack, dropping grenades from above. A soldier inside remarks, "Look how the Ukrainian drone keeps targeting us." By the end, the driver laughs it off, saying, "The vehicle's still intact. We just need to replace the windows." This Russian soldier is incredibly lucky because he didn't make it onto the armored vehicle. But why? You'll find out by the end of this story. It all started as an armored vehicle loaded with soldiers moved through a vast grassy wasteland. Ahead, two soldiers signaled for the vehicle to stop. It came to a halt, and one by one, the troops jumped off. The platoon commander ordered them to advance toward the Ukrainian forces. After regrouping, they began climbing back onto the vehicle. But the driver shifted into gear too early. One soldier narrowly escaped being caught under the vehicle as it lurched forward. The driver stopped again moments later, leaning out to ask for directions. Another soldier gestured with his hand, indicating that the enemy was there, and told him to go. The soldiers quickly scrambled back onto the vehicle. As it started rolling, one man was left behind, unable to catch up. That delay turned out to be his saving grace. As the armored vehicle pushed forward, firing rounds, a Ukrainian rocket slammed into it at high speed, tearing the roof off. A second rocket followed, hitting from another angle and obliterating the vehicle entirely. One soldier managed to leap out of the wreckage and ran for cover. Nearby, his comrades watched in stunned silence, silently thanking their luck for not being inside. These two soldier brothers witnessed a terrible day in the devastating war in Ukraine. As they walked, talking to each other, the younger brother held a mobile phone. The elder brother said, "Put the phone down, we're about to meet our unit." Above them, unseen but ever watchful, a Ukrainian drone tracked their every move. Suddenly, without warning, the drone dropped a grenade. It landed near the elder brother. Shrapnel tore through the air, striking his legs and leaving him injured. The younger brother instinctively started running toward him, desperate to help. But the elder shouted at him to stay back, urging him instead to call for their comrades. Moments later, another soldier arrived. He quickly administered first aid to the wounded man. Together, he and the younger brother lifted the elder onto an improvised stretcher and began carrying him toward safety. Yet the relentless drone pursued them, hovering menacingly overhead. It followed them and dropped another grenade directly overhead. The second comrade abandoned the stretcher and ran, but in the final seconds, the younger brother grabbed it again. The grenade exploded near his legs, causing more injuries from shrapnel. With great difficulty, they managed to get the elder brother to safety in their trench. But the drone wasn't done yet. It dropped another grenade into the trench. After that, the fate of the brothers remains unknown. The footage opens with a Ukrainian drone zeroing in on a closed trench where Russian soldiers are resting. Without warning, the drone drops ammunition directly into the confined space. A powerful explosion erupts, shaking the ground and sending debris flying. Moments later, 3 Russian soldiers scramble out of the smoking hole one by one, seemingly dazed but unharmed. Before they can fully regain their composure, another grenade is dropped, detonating close to them. Shrapnel from the blast likely injures one of the soldiers slightly, but they quickly recover and begin running for their lives. The relentless Ukrainian drone continues to stalk them. One soldier veers off from the group, seeking refuge under a dense canopy of trees, while the other two dash forward with the drone in pursuit. Just as they gain some distance, an FPV drone strikes near them. Against all odds, they evade serious harm once again and continue their frantic escape toward their comrades' hiding position. As they near safety, a machine gun round slams into the ground just inches away from one of them, narrowly missing him. The pair keep running, desperate to escape the deadly aerial threat. Their fellow soldiers rush to assist, providing cover and attempting to evacuate them. The drone operator remains unyielding. A grenade drops near a Russian soldier following closely behind the escapees. He barely reacts in time, throwing himself aside to avoid the full force of the explosion. Another grenade follows almost immediately, but in a last-second maneuver, he drags himself away from the blast zone, narrowly escaping his fate. Two comrades rush to his aid, hauling him into their defensive position before another strike can finish the job. This Russian soldier begs for water and eats snow to show his thirst. It all began when Ukrainian artillery targeted his convoy. Soldiers scattered in every direction, but this man ended up hiding in the wrong spot. After the attack, the rest of the unit moved on, leaving him wounded and stranded. For an entire day, he lay hidden in the grass until a Ukrainian drone discovered him. Spotting the drone, he tried to flee. As the drone zoomed in, it became clear that he was missing one of his hands. Desperate, he gestured toward the drone, pleading for water. Instead of offering aid, the drone operator dropped a grenade on him. Fortunately, it landed in the snow and failed to detonate. Moments later, another grenade was dropped, this time injuring him further with shrapnel. The drone returned once more, armed with more explosives. The soldier, now too weak to move, pleaded again. His thirst was unbearable. With no other option, he began eating the snow around him. But mercy never came. The drone released yet another grenade. In a last act of defiance, the soldier kicked it away. What happened next remains unknown.
Орудие! Орудие! Выстрел!